Let's start with our arm circles here. And we'll switch directions. And switch arms. Switch directions. Good. We'll do some swings in front of us. You can give yourself a little squeeze. And then you pull back, really pull those shoulder blades together. Get yourself nice and stretched out. Good. Now we're going to move into our legs. Starting with our leg swings, we're pulling side to side, out and in. Good. We'll switch our legs up. Excellent. Now we're going to go forwards and backwards. Really think about pulling with those hip flexors and then pulling with those hamstrings and glutes. Trying to increase your range of motion with kicks. Good. Switch legs. Whew, my hamstrings are sore from last night. These feel good. Good, we got 2 more exercises. The first one we're gonna do is a hip hinge, really stretch out those hamstrings. So feet will be shoulder width apart, weight's gonna stay in your heels, and we're just gonna, honestly, the best way to describe it is push your butt back. You'll have a small bend in your knees, but we're hinging at our hips, and we're just gonna go back and forth there about 6 to 8 times. Take it whatever tempo you need. Start getting those hamstrings fired up, that low back going. Trying to increase that range of motion. Going a little farther down, but keeping your chest big, those shoulders pulled back. Good, I'm gonna do one more. Good, and then our last one is just gonna be body weight squats. So feet shoulder width apart, weight stays in our heels, and we're just squatting down, holding resistance in those inner thighs. You can even pull your knees apart a bit. Core stays tight. Our chest stays up. We're doing 8 of these. Halfway there. Two more. Good. If you guys want to take a little minute to do more warm up, if you think you need it, I'm going to explain this first column of exercises so you can run in place if you need it, if something needs a little bit extra stretched. Do that real quick while I explain these. Our first exercise is going to be prisoner squats. So these are basically just body weight squats like we did, except we're going to put our hands behind our head, and that's going to force us to keep that core engaged. So we'll feel that engagement through our lats, down through our core, but we're just staying here. You can control the tempo through that one. Increase your reps if you want to get that heart rate up a little bit more. From there, we'll grab our weights, and we're going hammer curl to shoulder press. So for the hammer curl, palms are going to face each other, shoulders are pulled back and down, curl up, and then from there, we're just going to press straight up. I want you guys to really use your shoulders here. Try to not get your legs into it to push, but we're staying core tight, nice and isolated, standing. From there, we're gonna hit a renegade row, so you can keep your dumbbells in your hand. If you don't feel comfortable balancing on your dumbbells, then you can just do the row without the weight, but we'll go into a high plank and we're just rotating a row here, pulling from our lats, back and forth. We'll hit that for 30 seconds. Keep our weights in our hands for sumo squat to upright row. So for the sumo squat, our feet are gonna be a little bit wider than normal and toes are gonna be turned out. Palms will face your body and we're just gonna squat and then row up, pulling with those traps. Squat. The sumo squat kind of allows for better room for those dumbbells between your legs as you squat. So those are the 4 30-second exercises. Then we're gonna hit a minute of swimmers. So for these, we're gonna be on our stomach. Arms are reached out, legs are reached out. What we're gonna do is pull our legs and our arms off the ground, and then we'll lower opposite arm, opposite leg, just like this. So really, we're feeling that whole core 360 working. You're gonna feel it in your back. You're thinking of pulling your belly button up to your spine while you're doing it, lifting it up to the ceiling. We'll stay there for a minute, and then we're gonna do mountain climbers for 3 minutes. So we're in our high plank position, driving our knees up, and that'll be 20 seconds, and then you can rest. So you can just go on the tabletop. If you wanna take the rest to go into child's pose, we can do that. It'll be 6 20-second rounds of that. Yep, and then we'll hit all those exercises again. Sound okay for everyone? We will get started. So we have 3 minutes of weights here before the Tabata. So we're just starting with those prisoner squats. I'm gonna get this timer on in the background. I'm sorry. And then we're ready to go. All right, on our feet, we're starting with prisoner squats and go. Hands behind your head, weight in your heel. This is a good exercise to start us. We're still getting warmed up. I want transitions to be as quick as possible between movements here. I'll try and cue you guys to prepare you for the movement to be quick. So we're gonna grab our weights in about 5 seconds and we're doing hammer curls to shoulder press. And we're moving. Core stays tight. Shoulders are pulled back and down. Just try and stay steady with your movements throughout this. Control your tempo. Good work. We have 10 more seconds here, and we're getting into a high plank for those renegade rows. Good, to the floor. And if you need to, you can definitely make the modification here of going to your knees in this plank, but just be sure that you are not in the tabletop, that your core is still engaged and firing for you. Keep working, we have 5 more seconds. Excellent, to our feet. Sumo squat to upright row, toes are turned out, palms facing you. We go down and pull up with our traps. If you need, you can definitely just use one dumbbell here, holding it on both ends. As we move through, I want you guys to think about the parts of the body that are moving the weights or that are working, so we get that good mind-body connection. I always feel like I get more out of a workout when I can do that. Last 5 here. And we're hitting the ground. Good. Relax for swimmers. Arms are out, legs are out. Pull both up. And you're raising and lowering opposites. Try and not let them rest on the ground. Keep your core nice and tight. You got this. Feeling nice and warm by now. We're halfway through. Remembering to breathe. Last 15. Last 10. Good, and relax. So now we're about to get into that Tabata. So we've got 3 hard minutes of cardio here. We're doing mountain climbers. So let's get into it. We're going hard for 20 seconds. I'll rest you for 10. It'll be 6 rounds of that. So here we go. Up in it. Go, driving those knees forward, holding your hands steady under your shoulders. We got this. This is gonna boost your heart rate. Then we'll bring it down for recovery before we hit the weights again. Good, rest. Take a couple deep breaths. We're going again in 3, 2, 1, go. Try and keep that butt down here, especially as we get fatigued. Relax. Good. First minute down. 3, 2, 1, go. Keep working. Knees to chest. And relax. Halfway through. Here's a disaster today. And go. Five more seconds. Relax. Good. 2 more rounds here. You got it. 5 seconds. I'm shaking my shoulders out a little bit. Here we go. Start. Halfway. Relax. Last 20 seconds are coming up. Catch your breath. Push yourself through this. Here we go. Start. You got it. Halfway. And relax. Excellent work. Grab a quick sip of water. Not a long recovery here. Maybe 20 seconds, and we're meeting back for prisoner squats. All right, here we go, and start. Feet are normal width, hands are behind, your head core stays tight. We're bending at our hips, not hinging. Last 3 seconds. We've got hammer curl to shoulder press. Okay, grab those weights. curl, press. Good work. Last 10 seconds, and we're into the renegade rows. Good. Hit that high plank. Stay strong. Try and keep yourself from rotating too much side to side. Halfway through this. Three, two, one. Sumo squat to upright roll, row. Feet are wide. Toes are turned out. Pulling up with those traps. Halfway. Dumbbells are staying close to your body as you pull. Not going out. 3, 2, 1. To the floor for swimmers. 1 minute. And start. Arms and legs are lifted off the ground by your core. You can control the tempo here. If you need more work, you can speed it up. Halfway. Keep working. We got this. Last 10. And relax. Excellent work. First column done. Grab some water. Catch your breath. We have a little bit longer recovery. I'm gonna get a sip. And then while you guys recover, I'll show you these next exercises. And then we'll get into them. So we're starting with the split stance RDL, which I think you guys have been doing with Jen some. So both dumbbells, we're gonna go right leg forward the first 30 seconds. And weight's gonna be mostly in your right leg, and you'll have a little bit in the ball of your foot on the left. This is a hinge at the hips, not a bend, so we'll have a micro bend in our knee. Weight stay on both sides of that leg. Back stay straight. We lower, feel that hamstring work. Come up, squeeze our glutes. Lower, come up, squeeze our glutes. As we come up out of it, I want you to push into the heel of that right foot. So we're doing that each side 30 seconds. Then we're doing a side plank with a leg swing. So there's a couple variations you can take here. The first is just gonna be your traditional side plank, either on your elbow or on your wrist, whatever you feel is better. Legs are straight out. We have a nice straight line. We're coming up, then that top leg, we're swinging back and forth. When we do that, I want you to pull your toes into your shin. That's gonna activate that glute. Hips are gonna stay lifted to the ceiling. I don't want you to sag too much. If you need a variation of that, you can come up on your knee. We're still firing that oblique, pushing through your hand, through your knee. Same deal. In, out. Or I guess forward, backwards, not in, out. Pulls, toes pulled in. Obliques are firing each side of that. And then we're gonna hit bicycles for our core exercise. Legs will be straight out, hands holding your head. but they're not lifting your head up, just there for support. Then we're crunching up, opposite elbow, opposite knee. Hit that for a minute, and then we have high knees as our Tabata. So whatever variation you need, you just adjust. If stepping works for you, then great, do that. If you can fire them, get them moving quickly, then we'll do that. We'll hit that for 3 minutes and hit the strength again, all right? So we will get started, grab your weights, right leg goes forward, and begin. Weights, probably 85% in that front leg. You should feel that hamstring really working for you here as you lower and as you raise. Good. We're switching legs. When I talk about your chest staying big, that means not letting your shoulders round out, or I guess round up in front of you. They stay pulled back. Your head stays neutral. And you keep a nice, strong, rigid back. Good, in 3 seconds, we're hitting the floor for our side planks. Let's do it. Which side doesn't matter. We're just going up on one, toe pulled into your shin. You're trying to keep yourself from wiggling here too much. Stay steady in your core. Only movement is coming from that hip. 10 more seconds. Good. Switch sides. You got this. Elbow or hand is under your shoulder. Last 10 seconds. Good, onto our backs. Bicycles for a minute. Here we go. Keep that steady up crunch. And then add rotation when you bring that opposite knee to elbow. Breathe through it, embrace the burn here in that core. We're halfway through. Keep working. Last 10, stay in it. Good, relax. To our feet, we're hitting high knees. We got 15 seconds to get there. Get 2 deep breaths in. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Go. 20 seconds here. You're keeping your hips pushed forward under you. Your butt won't stick out. Keep a steady pace here. Relax. Try and control your tempo through this 3 minutes. Stay nice and even. Don't go up in peaks and valleys. Here we go. Five more seconds. Good, relax. 10-second rest. And go. Core's tight, of course. Guys, hear that at least 20 times a workout. Relax. Halfway through. Take some deep breaths. And we go. Halfway. Relax. One more minute. And we go. Relax. Last one coming up. Best one. Go. Last 10. Push through right here. Hardest 10. Good. Relax. Quick drink of water. Then we're getting those dumbbells, hitting those split stance RDLs. All right. Dumbbells in hand. Right leg forward. Let's do it. You'll have a micro bend in your knees. So you're not locked out. Keep going here. Good, switching legs. If you feel you need to up it a little, you can add a curl. I'm just gonna stay steady in these legs right now. When we're done with these, we're hitting the floor for those side planks. Good. I'm gonna take my knee on the ground variation here. So I'm up on my hand. Toe stays pulled in. And I'm feeling those obliques work for me. You're in a straight line still, even if you're up on your knee. Good work. And we're switching sides. Same idea. Halfway. 5, 3, 2, 1. To our back. Minute of bicycles. Here we go. If you want to feel a little bit more burn in your abs, slow this down. Feel like you're adding resistance on your bike. If you want more of a heart rate burn, speed it up like you're flying down a hill. We got it. We're over halfway. Push through. 15 more. And relax. Excellent. We're halfway through this workout. Grab your water, collect yourself, and we're hitting that third column. This will be our last round of Tabata. That's something we can look forward to. So next we're gonna hit glute bridges. Single leg. Single leg should be difficult enough, but if you need to add resistance, you can lay that weight across your hips. But what we're gonna do here is from our glute bridge position, heels are in the ground. That's where all of our weight transfer is coming from. We're just gonna lift one leg up 90, and we're just staying here, lifting and rising, lifting and rising. I like to use both my shoulders and elbows to point as points to push against to get that full extension in my hips. Each leg there will switch. Then we're doing hand release push-ups. So we can start in our high plank, then nice and slow, elbows tight to our side. We're lowering down. Hands will raise up off the ground, go back down, and we push ourselves up. Nice and slow, hands up, push ourselves up. So we're controlling that movement there, even down. We want to just let go, flop on the ground, but we control our body down. From that, we're working into caterpillars. So you can basically stay in your high plank, and what you're going to do is walk your hands back to your feet, and then walk your hands out. And this may go farther than that high plank. Out, away from your feet. Feet walk to your hands. So you're inching along. In that whole time, I want you to try and not come up. We're gonna feel our core work in that, and our shoulders should be working on that. Last core exercise here will be a reverse crunch to a leg extension. So arms are straight on the ground here. Legs will stay together and straight the whole time. So we're gonna start with a reverse crunch. So we're gonna contract our core so tight it lifts our hips off the ground. Then when our hips return back down by us controlling it, our legs will reach straight out and come back in. Lift, out, lift, out. So your feet are really gonna go more up above your head than back behind your head on that lift. Those are the exercises. Then we're doing jumping jacks for our Tabata. If the jumping's too intense, you can just step out, but get that heart rate up. You guys know the drill here. We're starting with those glute bridges. So to the floor we go. Right leg goes up, and let's start. You can flex that toe in and think about hitting a tack into the ceiling with the heel of your foot. Those glutes are firing now, especially doing this unilaterally. We're working that left glute right now for 5 more seconds. Good. Switch sides. Try and keep good hip extension, range of motion throughout, even if that means lowering your rep count. Good. Flipping over, we've got hand release push-ups. If you need to lower on your knees, by all means, take that as an option. This is your workout. however you can get the most out of it. Head stays looking at the ground. You're not looking forward. 5 seconds, and we're working into that caterpillar from this position. Here we go. Walk those hands back. Feel those hamstrings stretch. Then walk your hands out. Feel that core engage. Walk your feet in. Hands are trying to stay flat on the ground this whole time. Last 10 seconds here. Good. We go to our backs. We have reverse crunch to leg extension. Feel this burn in your low abs. That's how you're gonna know you're doing this right. You're pulling your hips off the ground with your core. And then those legs reach straight out. Good, and relax. Up on our feet. We've got jumping jacks. Last little bit of cardio here. Burn it out, you got nothing to lose. Let's go. Think about keeping your arms even in a line, your legs even in a line. And relax. As you come down, think about pulling those lats and those obliques to bring your arms down. You're feeling that engagement beneath your armpits. Here we go. If you need more, try and extend yourself. Bring your legs wider. Clap your hands at the top. Relax. And begin. Three, two, one, relax. Keep working. Go. Good, relax. 2 more rounds. 40 seconds of hard work. Push yourself through this. Here we go. Relax. Whew. We're almost there. And go. We're going for 30 here. You got it. Stay moving. Last bit of cardio. Five, four, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Quick sip of water. And you know the drill. Glute bridges, push-ups, caterpillars, reverse crunch. We're keeping moving here. On our backs. Right leg lifts and go. Those legs should really feel it now. But here's where we work extra. Ten more seconds. Good. Switch. Weight stays only in your heel. Those toes are lifted off the ground even. No weight in them. We're getting ready for push-ups. Good. Flip over. Nice and controlled here. You keep yourself in a nice straight line. Those hips lift when those hands lift or push up. Good. Push yourself up. Walk those hands back, caterpillar. Really push your core here. Reach those hands out to as far as you think they can carry you. That may be beyond those shoulders. Halfway. Keep working. Good. To your backs. Reverse crunch. Leg reach out. 1 minute. Let's rock it. Feet and heels go above your head, not behind it. Stay in this. We're halfway through. Last 10 seconds right here. Good. Relax. Excellent work. We have one more column. No Tabata, so it's gonna be 6 minutes of work. That's all we have left. You guys are way more than capable. So we're starting up. Curtsy lunge with a leg lift. So we're staying on one leg here. So we're gonna bring that right leg behind and to the left side of our body. Lunge. Then as we come, stand. You can gain your balance here. We're gonna pull from that lateral side of our leg, lift, lunge, lift, lunge, lift. Right leg 30 seconds, left leg 30 seconds. Then we're hitting reverse fly with your weights. Micro bend in the knees. Hinge at the hip. Chest stays big, palms will face each other. We lift and pull from behind our shoulder blades and our scapulas, and we squeeze, control down. You'll have a slight bend in your elbows, but think about if I put my finger right at the base of your shoulder blades, that you're trying to squeeze my finger together when you lift and pull. I guess I'll demonstrate this way really quick so you guys can see there. We're staying steady there. Dumbbell swings, just like kettlebell swings. These remind me of a skier, really. Slight bend in the knees, hinge at the hips. Weights go back, and then we fire our hips up and out. Our leg momentum is carrying the dumbbells for us. It's not our shoulders. That's really a hip, glute, core exercise with our arms being the accessory. Final core movement, dead bug. Legs are in the tabletop, palms face your knees. You lower, opposite arm, opposite leg. You can definitely add your dumbbells here, adding resistance. Get that crossfire of those abs working for you, okay? No Tabata. 6 minutes of work. This will be a breeze for us. I'm gonna start the timer. We're gonna bust this out, then we'll stretch out. And hey, it's the weekend maybe. All right, let's start. Curtsy lunge, behind and back. Lunge, lift, lunge, lift. We're working those inner thighs on the lunge, outer thighs on the lift. Five more seconds, and all we're doing is switching legs. Good, switch. We're using that oblique and that lateral thigh to pull our legs up. Good, we grab our dumbbells, reverse fly, hinge at the hips. Haven't worked back a whole lot today, so feel free to burn this out. Up your tempo. Good, stay where you are. Dumbbell swings. Hip full thrust forward, up and out with those hips. You should feel a transfer of energy from your heels when you hinge back to the balls of your feet. Good, to the ground, dead bugs here. Opposite arm, opposite leg, reach straight out and down, but you don't rest them on the ground. They go right above. With that arm and leg that stay up, think about pushing equal amounts of energy into each of them. That's gonna fire that core up for you in this whole movement. Last 10 right here. Three, two, one. Hop up straight away into a curtsy lunge with a leg lift. If you need resistance, hold your dumbbell here. I'm not telling you no. You got this. Good, switch your legs. Three, two, one. Grab your dumbbells, reverse flies. Light bend in the elbows. Squeeze in those shoulder blades. Five seconds. We're keeping these dumbbells for dumbbell swings. Good, we're in position to move. When we go down, it's not a squat, it's a hinge. What that hinge is doing is lengthening our hamstring. And when we increase length in a muscle, we increase tension. So we can fire it with more power. Good, last minute. Hit the floor. We got dead bugs. This is it right here. Stay strong. Halfway. If you want an increase, you can do an upper body crunch. So shoulders and head come off the ground. We've got 10. Finish this out. Excellent work. We made it through. You can crawl, grab your water, take some breathers, but then we're gonna stretch. So we'll just meet back on the floor and we're just gonna do some basic floor stretching. We're gonna start with that upper body. Cross one arm over. Feel that pull in the back of your shoulder, through your arm. Good. We'll switch sides. Excellent. Now we're gonna do triceps. So we'll pull that arm back behind us. And we'll switch to arms. Excellent. Now we're gonna do a little side body stretch. So all you have to do, legs can be straight out or crossed. Just make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Hips are even on the ground. We're gonna put our right hand down on the ground. Reach that left hand up and over. It's not out in front, but you're really making a cognizant effort to pull it behind you. Feel that stretch here. Elongate in your side body. Good. And we'll switch sides. Excellent. We're doing butterfly. Soles of your feet together. Pushing those knees down. I like to do some head rolls here. Be sure to get both directions. Good. We'll open our legs up and we're reaching down the middle. Walk those hands out. Good. Walking your hands to the right. Getting a little extra pull in that right hamstring. And to the left. Good. Legs close up. We're crossing one leg over, doing a spinal rotation. So we're going to bring the opposite hand to the outside of the knee. Try and look to that back wall. Excellent work. Switching sides. Good. We're going to finish up. We have 3 exercises on our back. Starting with our figure 4. One ankle over your knee. Pull that knee into your chest. Feel those glutes get stretched out. We kind of did a lot of them today. We're switching sides. Excellent. Pull both knees into your chest. You can rock around a bit here, side to side, back and forth. See if there's one spot of your back that may need a little bit of extra love. Good. And last exercise is going to be another spinal rotation. We'll stack those knees over your hips, ankles in line with your knees. Tee out your arms, and we're rotating side to side with your knees staying together, nice and slow and in control. You can go 3 to 4 reps each side. Again, see if you can increase that range of motion, get that low back to loosen up for you a bit. But that is Friday morning's class. I'll come unmute you guys, we can chit chat, but thank you everyone for joining.